BMW Art Car series is really invaluable to BMW as a company, because the original idea didn't come from marketing or PR guys putting their heads together thinking of how to introduce the brand to an art audience, but it came into being because there was a racetrack driver, Hervé Poulain, who was as excited about racing as he was about contemporary art, and he just got in touch with our BMW Motorsports director in 1975, 1974, and asked whether he could have his artist friend paint a car for him for the Le Mans race. And that's how the Alexander Calder car started. And I think it's our responsibility to not water down the brand of the BMW Art Cars and have only, once in a while add to the great edition of BMW Art Cars by great artists all over the world. Bringing the BMW Art Cars to London is really a dream come true. We worked on that for some time, and it just was bound to happen now this summer in 2012. And having found the ICA to take on this project, and also having an understanding of precisely not showing those BMW Art Cars in a museum setting, in a sort of sterile museum setting, but instead thinking of showing them in a car park in central London. I think that's where a great idea comes from that will actually lure a lot of people in to see those BMW Art Cars, because they are somewhat in their natural habitat. You can see them in the wild, in the car park, instead of like pinned butterflies in a museum. And for the ICA to take this on and curate the show is something that we've been working on for quite some time, and it now seemed that everything fell into place and came together in the right way. The artists are actually being chosen by an international panel of curators from major museums worldwide. That's how Olafur Eliasson was picked. Sometimes, of course, there's an exception to the rule. When Jeff Koons, in an interview, had just said by himself that he wanted to do a BMW Art Car, why should we keep him from creating a BMW Art Car? He said he wanted to be in that pantheon that Warhol, Lichtenstein, Rauschenberg, many of his heroes were already part of. So he said, I want to do one. And I got to ask him whether he was still on to this project, and he said he was. When we look at the entire BMW Art Car series, sometimes it was the different people in the regions, from Australia to South Africa, which really came up with great cars while they talked to Aboriginal artists in Australia and to Esther Mahlangu from the Ndebele tribe in South Africa, which brought forth not only the great artists that we know today, the pop artists and so forth, which we were very happy to have in the series, but also broadening the scope of who gets to do a BMW Art Car and who doesn't. And it's pretty much very inclusive, and we are happy to have representatives from all over the globe instead of just focusing on one genre. I don't want to say I love one better than the other, but just thinking of the car being the start of it all, the nucleus, I would go with the Alexander Calder. The playfulness of those great colors and him just being the very first one to trigger off that series, that is a great achievement. So he's very dear to my heart. Well, Jeff Koons in 2010 created the last BMW Art Car, the 17th in that great series that now is almost 40 years old. It's round about time that something else will happen. You probably know that in 2016, the 100-year anniversary of BMW is coming up, so there might be something in the making, but I won't say anything more than that. And we'll just have to sit and wait and see who will surprise us with a great design for a new BMW Art Car.